Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. I cannot live without you. I'm terrified to see you, hiding in the darkness, colder when it's twilight, and I've been feeling restless. Too close, too much, too far gone. I'm yours, you're mine, too far.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our grasshoppers. Pick stream is always a little bit behind. Whatever reason.
Too far gone.
Perhaps the YouTube is as well. We're going to do that over again. Let's do this over again. Just to edit it out. How about that?
Can you see me breathing? Standing here without you, and I can see it's midnight. I cannot live without you. I'm terrified to see
Good
you.
morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our grasshoppers.
Colder when it's twilight.
Got the ugly green board back because we had shut down. You know what? Let's play a Sicilian because we haven't played one in a long time. Let's see what our opponent's theory level is. Whoop. His theory level is non-existent. And do we grab this space just like this here?
Too far gone.
Not sure why they're opening up the position and then attacking me. It seems a little sketchy. 95 is a little bit of a bother there to me. I am probably in a little bit of trouble because of that, but we'll see. We will see. And now he has this. Just gain a little bit of time on him. This is relatively uncharted territory for me. I like it. Totally even game. Good morning, Jerry Goose. How are you, bud? That's how he's not showing up. He's not showing up. I don't get it. Am I just going to take over the open file at the price of a pawn? That's what it appears. Planning on taking over the open file for the price of a pawn. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get through to the very, very end of this unique idea. Yes, we're still trying to get right there. And it looks to me like we have it so Oh, let's anchor this one here for a moment. We can already repair our pawn structure the right way. So are we taking that one? I guess we'll take that one. That wasn't my original plan. But he put it on a square where I can take it. So I'm going to accept the invitation as this game peters down to a draw. The problem with the C3 Sicilian is that white locks in for draws. And let's just get this moving. Oh, really? You're going to do that to me? And it works, it seems. That's a bummer to me. Trying to keep the pieces on the board without exchanging too much. Yeah, I can't stop it. Or can I? I'm just getting mated. That's what it appears. Wow. Wow. Can I stop him? Probably not. Yes, yes. You Are Awesome has gotten me again. He's usually on kick. I have not seen him on kick just yet, but he's usually on kick. Yes, please. What does he have me now? He's broken the tie again. Just when I thought we were even. Oh, I didn't want to pause. I did not want to pause. Sorry, everybody. Mistaken pause. Board is bothering the daylights out of me, though. We need, how about a tan blood? How about that? We'll get E3 in because that was the closest one we had. It looked cool. Is this proof that he's thinking? No, no guaranteed proof that he's thinking, but whoa. Free pawn? They're always willing to take a free pawn. And more. I forgot what I'm all taking. He gets got me. I admit it. He definitely got me on that one. Why am I not willing to give up a little something? That's what I should have played last move. That's what I should have played last move instead of C3. Threatening mate. You got the what board? Yes, exactly, that board. I don't mind the pieces because that's what people associate the World Amateur Chess Association with. You know you've got a good foothold in the World Amateur Association when... Oh, I gotta send out another notification for the next event.
I feel as if to make FIDE and Lead Chess very similar when you get 0 points, you should have it show 0.8 million.
Yeah. FIDE and Lead Chess have a lot of similarity in the pairings as well, by the way. They follow the pairing taboo. Wait, when is the next event? One second here. I don't want to get it wrong. The next event is in 20 minutes. I'm going to say 19 because I like to use prime numbers. Let's see who we can get in the warm-up here. The warm-up for the 5-foot ball. Something like this. All of it's going today. Everything in this room that is not absolutely essential is going today, aside from the books. And the books are going back onto the shelves, and I'm going to have a nice room tour. A nice proper room tour. Yes, chess. Oh, Jerry Goose, that was you. Nicely done. I thought it was yes please for a moment. So needless to say, here we go. We got to get the dojo command in. Now I don't know why the dojo command doesn't branch off there. But it does. So now I've forced myself to do a little bit of editing because I had a late start, or delayed start. This camera is actually being used. We actually have both cameras being enabled. So there must be, in the background, that's interesting. So it's not high enough. Let's fix this one. Or maybe I need to do some editing. This is, oh no, in theory this is supposed to be the cat cam. When the cat goes to the sofa, this is the cat cam with the cat over the shoulder, agitated style. So therein lies the tail a little bit.
You're almost drowned out by the music, LOL.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. So let's check the mic. Because I'm not speaking into the mic properly, more than likely. This mic is somewhat sensitive to being able to be spoken to directly. But we'll go back to the other camera. The proper camera where I speak into the mic properly. But you are correct. The desktop audio, or the music in certain cases, is much louder than the others. So I do have to work on that. Now, why is my opponent berserking? Does he have that much confidence? And I feel that queen is almost trapped. Almost trapped. Almost trapped. You're trapped. Oh, I can't do that? Oh, fine. We'll go back this way. Can I? I was trying for more here. That's a bummer. And am I concerned? Yes, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Let's keep everything fixed in the center. Oh, I forgot that I'm berserking. Did forget that I'm berserking. I forgot that I berserked. He lured me in. He lured me in to a berserk. Never berserk. We don't berserk in this dojo. I should have berserk turned off, but no, I like people to tempt fate, including myself. Where are you going, sir? This is not good. Can I go there? Looks pretty fatal.
Good day, coach. Good day, coach.
Good day, Lauren. How are you?
Yeah, doing well. How goes the tournament?
What? I'm not gonna get a pawn made in. Still not getting a pawn made in. That's really terrible. I give up. I am berserking after all. And it didn't count on our tournament record, which is unfortunate. Even more unfortunate that it didn't count on our tournament record. Still not getting a pawn made in. That's really terrible. Well, what's happening now? We're hearing our voice in the background. I'm trying to find it. Oops. Maybe that was the part of the problem. That was definitely part of the problem. You are awesome. UAA.
Arsenal fan Richie. Good morning, sir.
I find that this name, you are awesome, is a self-affirmation. Good morning, Richie. How are you? I really need a volume control on this slipstream. I think I may have to set
I
it
am
up
looking for a
separately.
player to study, just not sure who I do. Like someone who has a balanced style, preferably is able to help bridge the gap between classical chess era and the modern day. Lauren JW33 Spassky had a very universal style.
Spassky indeed. That was my first choice as well. Since there are issues with the others, but so now the desktop audio. I finally found the audio controls. Show stem. Interesting.
Lauren JW.
I found a lot more
Arsenal
controls
fan
in
Richie want a
slipstream.
game. I've been losing a lot today, haha.
I thought you were playing the bots, Lauren. Then you know what your opponent is up to.
Ouch.
That's not good. In fact, as I wipe a drop
No,
of
that's
coffee
just
off
my
of the
training
book
game.
cover,
I still play versus humans.
Fortunately, none on the seam. The book 300 Wins by Boris Spassky recently used in a lesson. There is an updated version of this by Chess Stars. By the way, there is an updated version that has 400 wins.
I have a book by Bertrand Russell on Spassky which I am enjoying.
Bertrand Russell, who's the
Has a
publisher?
nice bio on him as well. Lauren JW33 another time for sure, just avoiding playing today for now.
I am unaware of the book by Bertrand Russell.
Fair enough, Arsenal fan Richie.
Totally unaware of that particular book. I have Bernard Cafferty's Master of Tactics, and the other one, which is also Master of Tactics, which is by Retsky.
Cafferty, sorry. Master of Tactics. Is there a player who is basically Tarrasch but Soviet?
But the name of the other books too, the other Spassky book. I really hate taking out more books, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. The other one was Master of Initiative, Boris Spassky by Retsky and Chetverek. And Bezgodov just came out with
I was
the
actually
best of
thinking
Boris
S.
Spassky.
Myself.
I thought so. Bertrand Russell on Smyslov. Although I don't think I have that one either. Bertrand Russell, Smyslov. I have a little known published book from the Midwest United States, hardcover by Omans. He was Nebraska state champion. And it came out in 1957 in hardcover. And amazingly enough, it has a remarkable similarity to the 1957, my best games 35 to 57. Except that there are a few game differences. So for example, while both books open up with their wins over Gerasimov, however you want to pronounce it, then this book has a second game by Zach, and I don't think the other book has that. I'm going to check it now, though. Smyslov's, this was one of the earliest books I ever went through cover to cover, which explains my positional style, perhaps. I don't think the second game, no, the second game in this book is by Lilienthal, but the first game is also the same game by Gerasimov. Let's migrate over to the 5+5 so that people can know we're going to be there. I should have been here earlier. Trying to free up my day for personal and family stuff today. So now that the music has been lowered, we might be able to raise the desktop volume. Does anyone hear the music at a different level? And I also think that different platforms pick up different channels of audio differently. So while my mic is going to remain at 74, I think the desktop audio can go up to... I mean, the desktop audio has always been at 42. Let's leave it at 42. And then hopefully the music exists. Thank you, Sloth Bear. Namaste. And of course, the number one thing you can do to support the channel is to either like the video, but most especially subscribe to the YouTube channel. You don't have to hit the bell for the notifications. God only knows. Not the Beach Boys song. God only knows, though. Did you really say Grishik, Arsenal fan, to a player that is basically Terrace but Soviet? Interesting. Yeah, maybe that is true. That might be true, but then again, you might have mind-wiped me. But you think Smyslav is the Terrace but Soviet? Is that the story? Yeah, I love the 1958 version, Lauren.
No, I think Smyslav is Capablanca, but Soviet.
Thank
not
you
sure
so much.
who is Tarrasch.
Good win this morning. I forget what I did wrong, but you outplayed me nicely. And the other basic rule is that we should never berserk. That would have earned me more points. I don't know what I need. Whether I need C4s, knight C3s, I definitely don't need. I think I need knight F3s. I like being a universal player. Knight F6, eh? Let's go into one of these. How about that? Yes, we're gonna go into one of these. Now, knight e4 looked rather painful for me, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure that it isn't even more painful now than it was. Than it was. More painful than it was. So it was going to be, let me think about this for a moment. Ah, now it's less painful. It is far less painful now, because we have knight e5. And in the previous line, we did not necessarily have a weakness to go for. Always looking for original chess here in the dojo. Always looking for original chess here in the dojo. Interesting. You wants to attack that twice, you can have it. But I need a little bit of reassurance that I'm going to get more another way. More another way. My specialty is sketchy chess. Yes, 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 yes. Sketchy chess is us. 3 to 3, 4 to 4, but it's a very strange, or I guess I should say it's 5 to 4. 5 to 4 and 3 to 2. So now he has a passed pawn to his credit. And quite a number of other threats in this position if I'm not so careful here. I know. Random survey question. You've been doing some great polls lately, and I apologize that I did not know if I survived the previous one. Arsenal fan Richie, you did a great poll the other day, whether or not I was going to pull it out, and I don't know if I did. That was the interesting thing. I want to get a rook to the 7th rank. I am not at all worried or concerned about this in this way. Now, let's see. Interesting. Going for the fork, it seems to me to be. That's a bummer. It's true. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's true. It's true. Now, does he have a good fork here? I wonder. 5 to 6. One pawn on the recovery block. Indeed. Indeed. I think we may have undermined all of his pawns. That h5 move was just a little lackluster. Just a little lackluster. No, sir. I was fully expecting the king to move up and then trying for a pawn mate of some sort. But I can't always go for pawn mates. I resemble that remark, by the way. I throw my games massively, by the way. I throw my games massively. Let's answer e4 with e5 and see what George has in store for us. I don't play the Petrov that often. So this is an interesting way of going about it. He gets 2 pawns out of the deal. That's crazy. Or does he? Queen takes g6, queen takes e4, queen takes g6 are normally a part of this tactic when you allow all of this, but the interesting thing is that my knight is still being attacked. I feel like this is okay. This is going to work out okay. Queen h5, g6. Now that my knight is anchored, I'm not giving up a knight on that square at least. I'm only giving up a pawn, but I do get to take 2 pieces in a row. Queen h5, g6, knight takes g6, queen takes e4. Checkers. You only need one extra piece to win, by the way. I'm not getting greedy on this one. We only need one extra piece to win. We only need one extra piece to win. One extra piece to win. Only one extra piece to win. Developing our pieces, looking out for the weaknesses, depending on what he takes fifth. Well, that would slow me down. I'm trying to get castled here. If I get castled, should be lights out. This is nice for a good old-fashioned double attack. Double attack, counter attack, double attack, double. First things first. Knight, 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 knight. Which pawn is going forward? That is a little bit of a concern. Do I have to be concerned? Let's just put our knight on this square. I thought so. Need to slow these pawns down a little bit. Oh, I can't do that. That is interesting. Are we giving back a pizza? It looks like we might be giving back a pizza. Two passed pawns on the 6th. Interesting. Gotta run for it. Grr. How much Gegenspiel does he get? He gets a lot, right? We may have to draw with George if we can. If we can. If we can. My queen is so poorly placed. He's basically threatening queen takes rook and rook d8 check and then promoting, right? So will we survive this? This is a good time for another poll. Will he survive George D1, who's in number 2 position? Uh-oh, but Mother Nature is calling, and I've had a stomach bug. That is the reason why I did not get here earlier for the first event of the day. Can I really get away with this? I don't think I can. Is this going to work? I'm mated. I'm mated. I'm mated. I'm mated. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm mated. I'm mated. But if he coordinates his pieces just so, just so, just so. Oh my god! He did have it. George, you had it, sir. You had it. Let's try to win this rather than draw it. He had rook d8 promoting his pawn and I couldn't stop him. He'd be up a rook. It would have been really royally wrong. Really royally wrong. Let's anchor a rook on the 4th rank so he can't come any closer. Trying our best to get there in the long run. Trying our best to get there. George D1 had me. So, are we winning this endgame? That is the question. With a space advantage. Alright, let's try to win this endgame. I know he wants to reach it. Probably G4 check would have been good. And are we getting through? We don't have a choice here. Enemy tempo.
I am gonna gotta pick up a new computer monitor. Current one is blinking on power on, sadly terrible, only bought it 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate. I wish I could give you one of my many monitors. I have 4 or 5 monitors. Unfortunately. Yagali, is this a good thing that you got to the 1500 rating today?
Capacitors screwed, I think. Not sure what up. Planned obsolescence, I suppose.
Yes, planned obsolescence. Now this is interesting because this does not really work. People think they can stalemate the opponent's king, but it doesn't actually work because once the pawn moves, the opposition is lost. So unless the stalemate occurs, then this is also the trap that you'd want to play with a lone knight pawn. I would have gone back over to this square. Are you gonna do this to me? That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible that he's gonna do this to me. And I can't checkmate him the way I want to. That's a bummer. How clever was that I screwed myself? I did, I screwed myself out of this. I can't take either, so he takes... And then he pushes. Oh, wait for it. No, he draws. George draws this game. Unfortunately.
Arsenal fan Richard. You could have taken on a4 instead of pushing the pawn and promoted to a rook with mate.
Yeah, but I was trying for a 2 bishop mate, sir. I was trying for a 2 bishop mate. That is the problem. I have to give him one last decision. One last decision. That's not pre-move. Pre-move loss. And it's the wrong color bishop to try to checkmate him in this corner. How sad. Nicely done, George. You outfoxed me. How many wins is that? That's the oh no, that's a draw. He's got 3.5 points against me. No comment. I outfoxed myself. I should have gotten the knight. That's what I should have gotten. Not the bishop. I should have gotten the knight. For the bishop and knight mate, which I don't think I have, interestingly enough. I don't think that I have a bishop and a knight. So Yagali, nicely done. You are really at the foot of a long staircase toward greatness. I don't know how old you are, but usually players that are younger celebrate milestones such as 1500. And by younger, I also mean newer to the game. Not necessarily by age, but having, let's say, discovered chess, many players during COVID are young. Probably only in their third, fourth, or fifth year.
I remember when I started playing a 1500 to me seemed like a day. The concept of 2000 was alien.
That is crazy to me though. Because when I started, I actually didn't know about tournaments at all. So I only knew about Grandmasters and International Masters because I would read Smyslov's Best Games, 1937 to 19 whatever. I knew about Candidate Masters, but I assumed that everyone was a Candidate Master. Basically, a Candidate Master is someone who is not a Master, who plans on becoming a Master. Right now they're handing out Candidate Master titles left and right. And it just seems strange to me that they're handing out these Candidate Master titles left and right. Alright, Viking. With this rating disparity, I am going to berserk. But only because he doesn't seem to ever fight. We're going to gambit, everybody. We're gambiting. What? You can't gambit without gambiting? That's not cool. Can't believe he's gambiting when I'm gambiting. I'm getting a little bit overworked here, folks. Let's see what recaptures first. That was a little bit sluggish. Then we'll just continue developing. This was the previous plan as well. Terribly sorry, Viking. Oh, I have not checked my messages. Viking said he messaged me because I really offered him help with his game, but he made the classic mistake of messaging me on chess.com. So I plan on checking my chess.com messages in early October. I do it about once a month. I will go on the chess.com platform probably once a month. You know, as far as FIDE was concerned, the minimum rating was 2200, which might have been the candidate master rating then. Because FIDE master started at 2300. But yeah, you couldn't actually get a rating unless you were over 2200 originally. So it never occurred to me at any point that 1500s or anything were a thing to a certain extent. Charles Numero Uno, you're supposed to be playing in a tournament today. Had a lovely win last night. Way past his bedtime, I'm sure. Using only 10 minutes on his clock versus 90 against a not quite 2000 player. It was ugly. But Charles Numero Uno is making his mark. He's gained a ton of rating points. And this is what Grandmaster Mark Arnold told me that I needed to do with the white pieces in order to get in. We're going to see what happens here. Studying Ulf Anderson's wins. Can I do it? This is asking for trouble. I'm positive. I'm absolutely positive this is asking for trouble. We're just going to develop as sensibly as we can.
Have a lovely idea, Dave.
Arsenal fan Richie.
Freudian slip.
Day. I do. I was debating on what the over and under would be. Arsenal fan. To be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish. I know, I'm going for it with the queenless middle game, right? The queenless middle game. Am I losing material here? It looks it. I'm down a pizza for a rook. 2 pieces for a rook. Charles is getting super strong. Super strong. Strong. This does not look right. For some reason. Does not look right. We didn't find F5 at least. Yeah. Alright, you got me, Charles. He's too strong for me now, I think. I should not mess around. I should not fight fire with fire. His tactical vision, which we've been working on, his calculating vision, is starting to outstrip me. Pretty soon it'll only be coaching and mentoring that I'll be able to do with him. Obviously some training will still take place, but he should be off to his tournament. He got a really good opponent at least.
Time scale or intentions?
Hold on, I'm trying to remember the context. No, George does play much more solid than, George plays much more solid than Viking. And their ratings are obviously disparate now, but George is slowly starting to play really positionally aware chess. But as you saw that I managed to, did I lose to George D1? I can't remember. I think I might have lost to George D1. Stefano, we're going to play the traditional Tarash in honor of Lauren J.W. here. The original refutation of the Queen's Gambit has returned. Just equal, unfortunately. There's no way that white can win. But there are ways. That one can continue attacking. Trying to see what is the most likely candidate here for him. Perfect example of development, compensation for the isolated pawn, the sacrifice of the isolated pawn.
dojo legend and longtime supporter of the dojo, Zalakai created and donated our amazing belt sub badges. Please go follow Zalakai and watch entertaining and educational chess content at.
That is exactly correct, by the way. That is exactly correct as to how he is going to continue playing for quite some time to come. Time to come. Just gonna migrate toward the king side now. And all the weak squares we can capture. Don't even know what I wish to do, but it happened. So he gives up something. Don't even know where to begin it here. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Bummer. Don't know where to begin. Let's see. So we have two minor pieces that are dominating. We're going to be up 2 pawns. Should we simplify? Are we allowing him to get his stuff in? Alright, let's just take it. I feel like we had a lot more going on there than we had to play queen takes e3, but this may well be our last game in this arena. We're still up a pawn. Was expecting rook to e2 there. With that back rank weakness being fulfilled. And then we have to do a little bit of pawn structure reconstruction. A little bit of pawn structure reconstruction, Bobby. So here he has bishop e4 check. No. Rook check, here a check, there a check. Not sure what he was planning on doing with that bishop. Namaste, finger teacher. Asmora. The ever so earnest. Oh my gosh, she is really pounding it out as far as the chess improvement goes. So we have a little bit, we run daily events every single day, as opposed to daily events once a week. Look what she's got me going. I'm in the middle of a 5+5. So our events consist of Namaste, Esmeralda, since her recent tournament. She is threatening something here. I think I just have to get this pawn moving as quickly as I can. I have an extra pawn, one passed, on both sides of the board in this endgame, and we are down to 2 versus 1 in this mix. Let's see if we can bother him in a way. Before he gets his rook to a better square. He's trying to take over here. But what he doesn't realize is that we want him to take over here. Because we have 2 rooks checking in this particular zone. And we have bishop to h3 on this front. She is becoming so strong. Alright, we got 1 rook off the board. This should actually be very straightforward now. As we push our pawn to a2. 2 rooks on the board, by the way, was just... Maybe I was better. But maybe I'm not, right? From this angle, it works out best. So yeah, if you join the dojo, we have absolute increment events all the time. I am FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. I'll do both the about and the EXP, just because even though they're redundant, I don't believe I can get another game in. You Are Awesome is actually playing. And he does have a good chance of finishing in the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds. As he did not berserk. I thought he berserked. I thought his opponent might try to run him out of time. You Are Awesome is now in 2nd place. I don't really count on most of these fronts as far as the prizes go. What a crazy position. What a crazy position. There's so much going on here that is like scintillating. A scintillatingly good game.
Arsenal fan Richie.
Hey Tom.
Ah yes. TNT Tom. I should have known. Don't understand what's going on here, but it looks okay. Trying to calculate what's going on. There's no exchange sacrifice, but we do have a little bit on our way to the back rank. The queen can take, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be mate on the back rank here. Bishop. So much going on. This is craziness. You Are Awesome is going for simplification. I can get on a ladder. I might throw in a check first, just in case it works. But maybe not. Going for the pin. But we can't take advantage of the pin. But the pawn is hanging officially on d3 now. Unless he's going for keeping the pin with bishop to g5. Bishop g5, bishop e7, extracts himself. Now he can't play bishop g5 because of the ever so obvious knight takes f2 check. How was your stream, Tom? How was Asmoda's stream? Did we do anything other than the usual? Did we do anything cool? This is inviting knight takes b2. I'm not sure if this is what we want to invite, though. Starting to look kind of sketchy. If white gets d5 in, bishop e6. Bishop e6 first. Oops. He wasn't going for it. Bishop e6 first looked like it might have won material. Didn't it? Got on. Having a pawn in the 6th rank could have been worth it. And we have to move our bishop, otherwise we now have opposite colored bishops, with white having a very serious advantage. Might have started with the g-pawn, but maybe not. Yeah, the g-pawn? No, still, you should have followed up with g4, g5. You are not taking this because of the pieces being on the board. We don't have a rook on the b file anymore, so the b pawn is hanging. That is a drawback. The b pawn is hanging. And now he's sacking the d5 pawn. Is it worth it? Stuff is happening. This doesn't look good. White's king is starting to look better. With the rooks on the board, this is not such an easy drawski. King e4. Maybe f5. Black's rook's pawn is not a winner, by the way. Black's h pawn is not the right color for the win. Whereas white's d pawn is always the correct color for the win. Pin. And g5, I believe, should work. I'm fairly confident about g5, but I don't know about this. I know what he's trying to do, but the rook covers f6. So we're not really... We need to gain some time here. Bishop a4. Bishop a4, bishop d1. Or I can try to place the rook on the other side of the board this way. The bishop getting to g6 on that side. Skewering through. We have 2 extra pawns now. King g7 is fourth. Not entirely sure what we're waiting for. Oh no. You do not want to do that. Yes, he can just take it, but still. And now there's a bit of a zugzwang coming. Bishop g6. The rook has to stay on the 6th rank. It cannot allow either of those pawns forward. And here it is. The Zugzwang we've all been waiting for, darling. D6 is happening. I might put it all the way into the corner, by the way. Choice between giving a check, threatening mate, always a good option. Yeah, this is the simplest. Because now it is going to be mate after the rook transfers itself to the other side. Tough call, folks. What was it that he did wrong? This is pretty much the end of the road as we see it. Bishop f6. In what way defends? We have rook f7 check and rook takes f6, or we just play it the old-fashioned way, which is still to play f7.
It prevents rx h8 and also kilogram 8 after kx f6.
Kilogram 8, yeah, but I mean it's history. Bishop takes f6. King takes f6. King g8. I guess.
Obviously materially black is still lost, but at least it's not immediately
Oh, that's true.
mate.
He's avoiding the immediate mate. If that's what it was. Black can avoid being mated with. Bishop takes f6. I took defending as there was some other form of stalemate trick tactic or other thing, which could be the case, by the way. There could be a stalemating trick or tactic in here. Nicely done, everybody. Oh wait, who is white? Garan Honor won. For whatever reason, I thought you are awesome with the person winning. I wasn't necessarily paying attention. With my horrid performance rating. Hold the phone. I have to check this maid out. I'm going to it.
This is delicious.
In a bullet game. Hold on. I brought it up once. Now for the clumsiness that is chess.com. Trying to take it out of chess.com and put it into PGN. Where, oh where? Do I have to go to the game analysis mode? I guess I do. And then I can do the share. Oh, I don't mind. But I definitely have to get it out. Control A, Control C. Then we go to Learn, Study, Viewers. Well, let's turn off this. We're just talking about the finale, by the way. Arsenal fan Richie is playing c3. Oh, the opponent answered the Smith-Mora possibility with e6. Not sure I wouldn't just play e5 in that position. But we're not going to look at this too critically, primarily because it's a bullet game. And all the annotations are still coming over from the other one. Rook takes e4. Wow. His king is so caught in the center that he will not be able to do anything about this. Still can't castle, but he might want to just give up a second piece for the rook by castling. And I'm talking about castling on the other side. Not into mate. So this. And is it too late to castle? I look at this all the time, this possibility all the time of just trying to get out of dodge. And now for the finale. D takes e6. Oh, I see. And the horizontal mate. Yes, it is a beautiful thing. But I think you had even more, like if he doesn't move his king away, you have other beautiful things going on too, right? Second verse, same as the first. And there's nothing going on here for him. Nicely done, sir. Was this a casual game? So rookie 1 was a blunder. Could we have done it straight away? I always find this very annoying when, I shouldn't say blunder. It does give it 2 question marks. I mean, this is perfectly reasonable, but black has to take with the knight, obviously. Nicely done, sir. But was this in an arena? I would hope that it was. It just says live chess. It doesn't say that it was an Alexander Semiganovis. No, rating pool. Got it. I don't know if it's me. Maybe it's one of my major flaws or drawbacks, but I can't just play chess for the sake of playing chess. I have to either be studying chess or playing a game with accountability. That means that I have to have a structural format, such as a tournament or a match or some form of structure that adds value to the game that I'm doing. And in all cases, it must be rated. When streamers have unrated events, I've got no interest in it. It may be structured, maybe for some accountability, but I just don't see the point of playing an unrated game. Personally, I feel that if a game is unrated, then all of the rules go out the window. This is no longer a game that is played by the rules. This is no longer a game that is held for any accountability. So therefore, streamers should always play rated events. Oh no, I'm saying that yours is a casual game without structure, like the pool. For those who want to play in the pool on Lead Chess, we have these, of which the only ones I recommend to students are 3+2, 5+3, and 10+5. It's very hard to play 15+10 because that is a huge amount of time. Lauren JW would be in the 15+10 or the 30+20 easily. But I don't think that having extra time improves your chess if you don't know what you're looking at. If you have extra time, that only means that you have the opportunity to practice your calculation skills, your I don't know what you call it, your process for decision making and thinking. And in that manner, you will actually get something out of it. But having extra time just means that there are 3 or 4 openings that you didn't get to experience and didn't get to calculate your way through and didn't get to catalog positions on. I feel that if you're playing an unrated game and if your opponent is using assistance, that is exactly what an unrated game was designed for. For example, I have tons of opening books in this room, and I would have no qualms about using any of those while I was playing an unrated game. Certainly, I wouldn't be using assistance because I'm a professional throughout the rest of the game of the computer type, but I would certainly not be averse to using printed, written references, even perhaps a printed chess-based opening repertoire that was recommended. Let's just say Nigel Davies does Black in the Ruy Lopez, which I think he's done more than once. He's got a book on it. He might have had a chess-based video on it, an E5 repertoire for Black. Not really a fan of it, but I did like some of his recommendations. When you look at a repertoire book, you take what you like of it and you add it to another repertoire book that perhaps another coach or trainer has already offered you. Did we run out of music? That is our signal, for the most part. I've never done any of the pop rock, soft rock, but we do have EDM with 171 tracks. That should be my staple. All I had to do was widen the slipstream to get access to even more playlists. Silly me. Alright, meanwhile, thank you everyone. I'm going to hit the back button. Nicely done in that lovely, delicious mate. Congratulations to You Are Awesome for finishing in the top spot here with a 1500 performance. Oh no. This is not necessarily the best of arenas at all. Who did I lose to? Oh, I drew with George D1 because I was fooling around. You Are Awesome was commenting on yeah, the game has to have some form of value. And you have to find the value in your game that is going to be greater than others, for the most part. If you don't have value in the game, if you don't treat the game with respect, yeah, I do believe that if you play unrated 1510 games or unrated games in a pool, I don't know if such a pool exists. Let's take a look at the main page for the most part. In the lobby here, for example. Casual game. Somebody wants to play a 10+0 casual game. And because they want to play a 10+0 casual game, I believe that is right for a 10+5 casual game. The highest rated casual game here, 10+5, you can actually crack open a book and just enjoy the game because you've got plenty of time. You're not risking anything. You're actually looking at your opening repertoire, you're studying, you're learning something. But I don't have time for that. I wish I did. And this is really worthless waste of time. A 1/2+0 casual. I imagine that I would expect this one to be here all day long unless he has more than one challenge put out. We're tracking the 1/2+0 casual. To me, this pool should be for time controls that are not being offered in the main page, right? So 15+5 rated, perfectly acceptable. 14+5, even more unusual. But 3+0, this is more like it. Mode. Can we sort by mode? No. We can either sort by rating, or we can sort by mode. We can't seem to sort by both. Where did I see that one? There was a 2400 rated player that was looking for a casual, slower game, it looked like. Very, very unusual. Most of these players are fishing, to be honest. Right? They're fishing and they're like, here's 5+3 casual. We could easily use our... So he's looking at the main page, and why is he trying to protect his rating, right? Has he gotten his rating up with the help of assistance during a lesson? I have coached and convinced players during lessons, but usually I make certain never to give them moves, but only ideas. only ideas like with an isolated pawn, we want to avoid going into the end game unless we
A
know that it's
dojo
very, very
legend
good
and
for us.
longtime supporter of the dojo, Zalakai created and donated our amazing belt sub badges.
Fishing is
Please go
where
follow
you
Zalakai
choose your
and watch
opponents
entertaining
to gain
and
rating
educational
points.
chess content at.
So basically, fishing is what Hikaru and many of the others do. Farming is the other word for it. I guess that's the more popular term, farming. Farming or fishing. In my day, it was called fishing. Basically, you find a fish with a
I've
proper
never
rating.
done that.
You've never done that? I've never actually done it either. I'm trying to think if I might have accidentally done it. But yeah. And then, of course, there's the ever so jettisonable correspondence games where you play a move every day or every other day. And to me, this is just mind-blowingly like a game that never ends, that has no conclusion, that has no value. Right? A half plus 0. On average, I would just go to the arena tournaments and I would look for some form of increment, which usually happens around 9 a.m. They ruin it for the stronger players by doing an English opening thematic with the 3+2, but at 9 p.m. tonight, my time, exactly 12 hours from now, or 3 a.m. in Arsenal fan Richie's time. They have a normal 3+2, I believe, in the mornings, which is not thematic. Or your rating, this is what I recommend for students, because it's the under 2000 Blitz Arena. And the under 1500 1+1. We don't get a 1+1, you'll notice, right? We don't have this option, but I feel like we should. The hourly bullet should be 1+0 and 1+1. I'm somewhat feeling like I want to play some bullet. Look at this guy's terrible, terrible pawn structure. Like, there is no in over here. I don't know why we didn't penetrate and win when we could have just guarded this pawn. Gotta be assertive in bullet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The sub-bullet challenge. Thank you, Arsenal fan. Yeah, let's do it. I believe that it is 2+1 on the sub-bullet challenge, and it is a... I have to look up. I haven't done it in so long. You set the updates. I'm going to close everything that will distract me. Best of... Is it best of 6? I have to actually look. It's been a while. The sub-bullet challenge. Race to 6. First person to 6. 1+1. Very good. Let's get the update command in here, just to make sure that I can remember what it says. Sub-bullet challenge indeed. Control C. Edit com. Update. And this is going to be... So I lost 3 to 4. Wait a minute. Best of 6. But I think it's race to 6. Let's look at that wording again. Ron played best of 6. I thought it was race to 6. Race to 6, 1 plus 1. Oh, I owe Ron. I feel terrible. 0-0. Race to 6. That's what I get for not looking it up. At there we go. 1 versus 1v1. Our board is a little high, don't you think? Let me just take a look at this board. Is it because I have it expanded, or is it just right? I don't believe you can see the person at the top when we're playing each other or looking at a game. That is the drawback to this particular board. Let's see here. 1 second while I edit the content display. VChess window. Looks better now. This can't be it. We have the wrong title on our display. It should be September 20th. Grrr. Stream title? How horrible is that? Whoops, wrong one. Control Z. Control C. It should say September 20th. This is terrible. Oh man, do I feel horrible. I definitely know that I wasn't feeling well when I typed this before. But at least it all fits neatly now. At least it all fits neatly now. Where is this fellow? Arsenal fan Richie. Going back. Are you able to challenge me? Good. Let's get it started. Let's get this party started. Shrink that screen. Alright, oh, and I didn't look up my openings that I needed, but this is perhaps not going to be pretty. Less pretty. I think he was going for a touchdown. Quarterback sneak. And the usual terms with Ron, or at least the old usual terms with Ron, were that I would usually take a break after 3 games to get coffee, because I am at my wit's end with coffee at the moment. Yeah, I should have not done that. That would have been good to not do that. Yes, yes. Do I not get anything on him here? That is craziness that I don't get anything on him here. I cannot believe that I don't get anything on him here. I'm asking for a lot, I know. Interesting. This game is a lot easier when you don't lose your queen. That's for sure. I feel like I'm farming. I'm terribly sorry. I just realized that you have a much higher rating than me. This is not cool. Alright, we'll go into the Chigorin territory. No Chigorin? The 2 knights tango instead? You did have a chance for queen takes d5. I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to be doing on that one. But we've returned to the American defense. We're gonna take. And I believe that the game goes along these lines. Usually queen takes to stop me from castling. He is getting a little bit of something out of this. Have at it, sir. Have at it. That's a little bit of a bummer. Fine. I'm in time trouble for the first time. He may have me here. Unfortunately, he has me here. Yeah, that one I cannot survive. Nicely done, Richie. As much as that's one of my favorite openings. 2-1. Alright, after this game. Let's play the e5. Let's see what he likes to do. We're going with the modern defense. Isn't that interesting? This is probably not a good thing. By the way. And now for something completely uninteresting. Completely uninteresting. This was all part of the plan, folks. All part of the plan. Row. Something seems amiss here. That was a little bit of a hasty check. Is he threatening mate? Can I play it that way? Oh no! Did he mate me? He did mate me. Nicely done, Richie. Good comeback. Alright, refresher on coffee. And we are at the heyday of our opening choices here. 2 versus 2. I'll be right back. I need to use the facilities. That's the main thing, unfortunately, that I have to do. My stomach has been bothering me, and I feel like I am preparing for a colonoscopy. That is the problem. I'll be right back.
sus gay.
Very strange. Very, very strange that my cat is downstairs and not up here in my office. Which is unusual. Let's light up Ding
Gamesmanship
versus...
never ends.
Since we're playing a match. Alright, now we're ready. Can't believe that I did that. Very sad. I wanted to put my bishop on b7 in some sort and try to do it. Good luck, Richie. Gamesmanship never ends. Ron and I always had the really interesting. And now that we have that, oh, did I really do that? Fine. Here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Yes, you have. Can I get out of this mess? I don't think so. That's a bummer. I cannot get out of this mess. Alright, we'll invite it. We have to invite it. Oh! He got me. He got me. Hold on, I need to update the score before I make a move. 2-3 to him. I thought it was best of 6, but I'm a little bothered that it wasn't. We're gonna play the dodgy stuff here. The dodgy stuff. got it. Need to go that way first. Then this way. What are you trying to do to me, sir? I don't like it. Yep, you got me. 2, 4. Normally, I would have already lost the match by now, but I think it's race to 6. Oh, you're going with best of? I think best of is fair. Best of is fair. I don't necessarily know that it wasn't best of.
Oh, race to 6, okay.
No. I think that race to 6 is the same as best of 12, right? Isn't that like the candidates OG match? So it has to be different. I think it's just the wording that is annoying.
Best
So
of 11
candidates
race to 6.
Is best of 12, 3 plus 2 or 1 plus 1 in one sitting. And that is 6K. And this one is supposed to be best of 6. It is supposed to be best of 6. I have to figure out how to rename it. Best of 11 race to 6. Yeah. Or I think it's best of 10 in reality. Because remember the old candidates matches? Bobby Fischer won 6 games in a row against Larson and Taimanov in a best of 10 match. And interestingly enough, these matches were not computer analyzed, so I like to do the what can I have done better type thing. You play well and get slide. Indeed. I was actually thinking about that when I was taking care of the feeding the porcelain throne, that I was very lucky in our match entirely. Absolutely very lucky in our match entirely. But did you have mate the same way in the other position? I feel like you did. I'm just going to run through this real quick. Learn from your mistakes. So in this particular position, when I'm doing well, I played D6 and it goes to plus 3.4. Can you imagine? Plus 3.4. When I think the only move for me is H5. And it didn't like it. And it didn't show me the answer over here either, which is good. E6 must be the move. Oh no, I can't allow that to happen. So I do have to just take. I do have to just take one way or the other. H6 is the only other move that's available. I can do even better than that. That's so strange. It seems strange. Oh, is it D5? Nope, not D5, because Queen F3 threatens me. So the move they were looking for was Knight H6, which is not a natural move for me at all. Maybe I need to work on my defensive skills, Richie. So in this particular position, I actually thought that I was trapping your knight. So when I took, and you play... Oh, I'm not trapping your knight. You always have knight takes
but I have to
G6.
give myself credit for being unsound, but the computer refutations are rarely simple.
That's right. Well, obviously, I think king takes is the
A
simplest.
dojo legend and longtime supporter of the dojo, Zalakai created and donated our amazing belt sub badges. Please go follow Zalakai
Oh,
and watch
they were looking
entertaining
for
and
queen
educational
takes
chess
b5,
content.
which is the same theme as mine, right? They were looking for queen takes b5, which avoids any hassles. This pawn does fall. The exchange sacrifice should work. Queen takes, pawn takes, and then knight takes g6 and knight d5. Is the knight still almost trapped? It's a tough call. I still don't like it. Knight check, rook takes. I have the perfect conglomeration of two pieces for the rook. So yeah, I thought two pieces for the rook should be more than enough here, but I'm not getting it apparently. Knight takes e6, bishop takes e6. Next, so king h7 was not necessary. Obviously, I can avoid the exchanges this way.
Arsenal fan Richie.
BC4.
Yes, bishop c4 indeed. Yeah. I was still concerned about the weakness around my king, though, after queen c2. Right? Isn't this something to be concerned about? This is something that would concern me.
Probably QC2KH7. Easy street.
Well, yeah. In any event, that's why I played what I played, because I saw that the weakness was going to be attacked sooner or later. So in this particular instance, I played rook h8 when I should just continue with knight takes d4 and then barnacle on this side of the board. I'm also getting knight e2. Ah, no, queen e3 check just wins. So I don't have that. Queen c8. Queen e3 check is still good for you. So rook h8 was played. I liked what I did. I really did. I liked what I did. Oh, fine. So I have to just move back? Then rook takes c6. I didn't like that either. You're coming in. Queen e3 check. Is it really this passive move? I don't think I could ever play this move. Queen d7 gives up the knight. You're really annoying to play against. That gives away the thing. I love how long it takes when plus 5.2 is enough to So what is the
Arsenal
assessment here?
fan
The
Richard.
assessment is point.
ND8 maybe.
I guess that's got to be it. Just barnacling on that side of the board. But again, these moves don't come naturally to me. And I played knight e5, which was bad. And knight d8 is still good.
Here at NB4 probably as well.
That's what they're looking for. That's craziness. Yeah, we'll do this again, Richie. We'll do this again. Hopefully my bullet rating will be acceptable, but I think I cleaned up on this one. Even winning only 2 games. Way above my margin. I played check first, which was bad. I should play queen a7 check if I'm going to play anything. If I'm going to touch my queen, I have to play queen a7. But it wanted knight on e to g4 right away. I don't have a good way of getting my king out from in front of the pawn without that. Which is very awkward. So here I played knight takes h2, which was very silly. And should I just go for it? Try for the old smothered mate, or do I go for the simplification and try to take? So I go from queen takes e7. Is it really that bad? I see. Now that I look at how bad it is, all I need is a rook on an open file because I have all the other stuff attacking. Then I have this check. Well, the queen does have 1 square, but then I have this check. Rook takes. And there's nothing going on. That was horrible, Richie. That was horrible. Woof. Let's go from the beginning. This was a terrible one. And learn from our mistakes. Once it's done, of course. No mistakes found for white. Should we review black's mistakes? How did you get into such a bad position? Oh yeah, you didn't see the threat of knight d6 check. I was expecting you to go straight for this, for whatever reason.
I allowed the pin.
Yeah.
Was so bad.
It was bad indeed. Oh, I see.
Road 8 maybe.
Yeah, rook d8, I remember, was what I was thinking, but I was thinking also queen a5 would take the teeth out of me. Because you can always batten this down later. Queen takes a5, knight takes a5, knight to b5 is awkward. So is it my first thought? Knight, queen. Yeah, knight c7 is made. That's even worse. That's that old-fashioned checkmating idea. I should be completely toasted after this. Illegal. This would be a great move if it were allowed. But you still have, I still have knight to b5 because of the mate. That doesn't work. I love how it doesn't show the answer anymore. For a little period of time there, it was showing the
E4
answer.
with f5 and left.
Might as well go 2 squares instead of 1. But no, this is just very tough. Knight d6 check is the problem. Alright, fine. We have to go in this direction. But still, it's pretty ugly. What's wrong with knight f5 compared to this? It's very tough to find a move when you're dealing with a -3 assessment. So I guess the differential is 2 pawns. If the assessment changes by greater than a pawn and a half, then it actually gives you an assessment. One mistake, and that was it. Thud, thud. And you ran for your life with the king. But remember, a mistake is something that changes the assessment by greater than a pawn or a pawn and a half. An inaccuracy. Aria Street, namaste.
How are you?
Good, good. Thank you for being here. We are sponsored by Chess Informant. Even though I think that it's great to have you on Kick. I need to make you one of the OGs. As I mentioned,
BTW, how often do you stream?
what is up with this question? What is up with this question? How often do I stream? I stream every day. I don't have a schedule, by the way, on Kick, it seems like. But I stream every single day.
Cool.
And I stream on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch simultaneously, but I'm only promoting, ideally
This is
I'm
my
only
second time on your
promoting-
stream. You stream really well, and you're a great streamer.
Well, thank you. And the first time you've spoken.
Do you
I do
stream
have
on
to get
YouTube?
going. It's after 10 a.m. I do stream by the same name on YouTube. I don't know that it's coming up over there, but
Ooh, nice.
yeah, that is where most of the instructional content is preserved. So that was, I wouldn't mind knowing how I lost to Charles numero uno as well while I'm at it. Let's take a look at our and rather than losing the,
I really like your background music.
yeah, it's NCS 80s rock, which is more to our generation, 90s perhaps for Richie. All right, learning from my mistakes here. And it's good. We can see the times at the top. We should be able to see the players' names. So taking on that square, obviously the Botez Gambit was a mistake. I allowed the
BTW,
double
do you play
Botez
Roblox,
Gambit.
Peak, Minecraft.
Arsenal fan Richie.
I have never
QXH5,
played any
obviously.
games, if you can believe it. I'm not sure what qualifies as a game, but most of the games that I play also double as sports.
Okay.
But interestingly enough, I mean, I'm aware of Roblox and Minecraft because of my grandson. But in general, poker is the closest thing I think to a game as far as card games that I can remember. Rook takes h5. Obviously, I'm supposed to take the rook. And in this particular position, I do have to avoid my queen being taken if I want to make the win a lot easier. This is terrible though, right?
I enjoy watching your stream. You stream really well.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate the compliment. I'm a little worried about rook to b5 though. Bishop takes c3, check.
He streams really well cause of all the coffee.
BTW, do you have Discord server?
I do.
Join the dojo Discord.
But on to the next one. Certainly not letting my queen get captured is the key. And this was a very ugly game after this. A very ugly game.
Can I join your Discord server?
Absolutely. That's what I was, that's what the information was.
Thank you.
I was so lucky in this particular setup. Even more lucky in this position. So I did have a bit of counterplay, but not much. If you just took. Aria Street, are you one of the facilitators on Kick? Right? Check, king up. The other rook comes up, check. King, pawn up. I'm somewhat committed to taking. So maybe that's why. That's probably why, because I'm getting the queen back to a certain extent. Oh, or am I? You have this move. But then it gets even more sketchy.
I used to play this game before too, but now I work. If you don't mind, can I tell you a little about my work?
I have a feeling that I already know about your work, but yes, tell me about your work. I like the solicitors for work. I like the solicitors for work on Kick.
BTW. No, I'm a professional graphic designer, video editor, and animator 2D, 3D custom logo banner overlay. If you don't mind, can I show you my work?
I don't mind at all. But this is 99%, right? Aren't they getting really good now? But no, I think every single graphics designer has this exact same setup. So this is the right way to go about it. With the threat of mate. So this gets back the material. But it says that you're plus 2 point, you're plus 3.7 after this. So is this the right way, or is the other way the right way?
Can I show you my work on Discord, yes or no?
Discord, yes. Normally, everybody friends me or messages me already on my Discord channel and then does exactly the same pitch.
Okay, thank you.
You're definitely the politest solicitor, as I was about to call you, so far. Oh, I guess this is it. Then King E4, Rook C1, Queen E3, Rook N. I wasn't even looking at the analysis. That's proof that I actually don't look at the analysis. I'm always trying to analyze for myself. In most of these situations, I'm trying to analyze for myself. But it usually begins with, how often do you stream?
I'm back. Did we start the Stockfish tournament where you're allowed to cheat yet?
The Stockfish tournament where you're allowed to cheat yet? I don't know that I've ever had one of those. Jerry Goose, your sense of humor? Oh, we just did this one. So when I go back, I have to remember that we did this one, and I have to refresh. So, Mustang defense.
Please accept my friend request on Discord.
Sure. There's
Why
no
be a
guarantee that I'm
2200 and play
accepting
the
any
game when you can just
going
be
for any work just yet.
3600 and not play it.
When you can be at 3600 and not play it. True. Did I hit the learn from your mistakes yet? I did not. It doesn't like my bishop to d3. This is the move I play all the time. This is exactly from Alekhine versus Marshall, except for the knight being on c6. I guess that's the main
This
difference.
is my Discord username Pixel Forge X.
Pixel Forge. Obviously, this is the right
D5 not
answer.
better?
And then this pawn is protected. I can play bishop e2 because of queen a4 check, queen takes e4. Yeah, d5 is better because there's a knight on c6. Going back, by the way, this is Alekhine versus Marshall. Baden-Baden, 1925. And Marshall played queen takes e5. Oh, actually, he took the other way. Marshall took the other way and played queen takes e5 to stop white from castling. Is there a big difference in these two knights? Not really. Resume learning. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So f5 was crazy, right? Wasn't f5 crazy? Am I supposed to be concerned about this? If I am supposed to be concerned about this, then that is the move.
Please accept my friend request on Discord.
Absolutely. I'm just not going to be able to do it right now. Unless I have it open by a miracle. I think rather than work,
When
everyone
playing F5
should suggest their
fortunately,
rates, how much they charge, what they're offering, stuff like that. Yeah, bishop d7. Sack the queen. That was a good move. So what am I worried about in this position? I guess this is the simplest. And here, e5, I was all in. I believe I actually got a good position out of this, right?
Hard for black to defend f8.
Julia?
f7 even.
Yep. So it really doesn't like my e5 move. This is the natural move that I would probably play if that weren't the case. Because I want to play rook to f4 on the next move as well.
bc4 perhaps.
Yeah, that's more than likely going to register. But it's still, I'm supposed to get down to minus plus, I'm supposed to get back to -1 instead of -3.4. G3, rook f3, queen takes b7. Computers are usually greedy. I don't like that move at all. Giving you yet another open file and access to my second rank. This is guarded. This rook is far more active. I don't like it. So in this position, I should have just traded queens and
If you
taken
accept
the
my request
advantage.
right now, I'll really appreciate it. I guess you take on c7 and be happy. LOL.
Arya Street, I don't think you friend requested
Seems
the right
unreal.
person.
Arsenal fan Richie.
Agree, Goose.
I only had one friend request pending, and it was from Julia, who is going to, believe it or not, tell me she's a professional graphic designer and that she will offer to show me her work. And I always find it when you have names such as Julia, right? This is terrible. I just hung my queen and allowed mate one, but if I want to stay -5, this is the only move. Yeah. And be happy. No worries. Be happy. That was good. Alright, one more time. How bad was it? Control R. I enjoyed my King's Gambit before the coffee break. I really did.
You still haven't accepted my request on Discord.
I did look, by the way, on Discord. There is no request on Discord. Add friend. Online. You say your name is Pixel. Arya Street, by the way. There is no friend request for me. I think you've requested the wrong person. I wonder if you think that you're talking to the dojos. The Chess Dojo Live guys. There you go. I'll wave to say hi as you popped into the
I'm
server.
surprised you've still entertained them.
You know, you never know when you're going to be lonely. So what was I supposed to do in this
This is my
position?
Discord
Checkmate?
username Pixel4Jex.
So basically you want me to send you a friend request because you are not sending me a friend request.
I am
Oh,
tempted to
interesting.
join
Why don't I
Kick
see it?
just cause Goose is there. Thanks for joining the channel. I am tempted to join Kick just cause Goose is there. Thanks for joining the channel.
Okay, thank you so much.
Right, they're not enjoying the stream after all. So knight f6 was really silly. I should take the center pawn. If I'm going to play more or less to the point.
Have you joined the team yet?
This is my first thought. Yeah, there are 3 teams to choose from, by the way.
Seem like a strong player could benefit from having you there.
I'm about to be mated. So therefore, I either play bishop to c8. Yeah, that's the only move. That's the only move to avoid checkmate. I just literally didn't see that I didn't have enough time to step up. And everything's covered. Fascinating. Control R. Oh, back. So the King's Gambit went really, really south for me. And this one, I just flagged. This is craziness. Do I have a check and wait strategy? That's probably the simplest. Check and wait strategy. G4. Did I really have a move here? I think I'm really worse here. Really, really worse. Ah, I can try this maybe. Just to keep the
I've
queens on
sent
the
you my
board.
work on Discord. Please check it out.
Thank you so much, Arya Street. I can do better. Barnacle. H5. Trying to remove the defender. And then remove the defender, of course. So that would stop this with that check. And that check. So H5 does stop it. And you have to play E6. So H5 was a very clever move. I'm sorry that I didn't see it. So in this instance, doesn't look good. C4. I do have to get moving though if I'm going to be playing today in the billiards event. Let me check my WhatsApp. Make sure that I don't have a lesson. Oh man. I may have forgotten about a lesson, but I think it's tomorrow. Thank God it is tomorrow. Calendar. Sunday, yes. And I need to move this one. Edit.
I can just feel the anticipation of them leaving from your tone alone.
Leave them from your tone alone. Queen C2. Yeah, this seems like it's the right shot, but no, huh?
A dojo legend and longtime
E4
supporter
is
of
the only
dojo,
thing left after that.
Zalakai created and donated our amazing belt sub badges. Please go follow Zalakai and watch entertaining and educational chess content at
Today's the 20th, the 24th at 10:15 a.m. All right, so we moved. What? Darn it, I moved the wrong one. I moved the wrong lesson to the wrong time. This one is supposed to go to the 24th at 10:15 a.m.
RC1.
I'll take it. Rook C1. This is such a bad position, right? King H1, Rook E1. Such a bad position that I'm supposed to find a move after I gave up a pawn in this position. Let's go back to where I gave up a pawn. Really, it should be quizzing me on H4. So it should have been quizzing me on this one, right? A better move instead of this one. But maybe that's coming later. All right, I'm going to have it show me the answer. So I can play this and then take here with check. Oh my God, I can't believe that I gave up like that. That's terrible. And F4 was tragic. It really was.
Arsenal fan Richie.
Oh wow.
Right? Can you imagine?
That's an amazing shot.
Yeah, I can't believe that nobody saw it, right? We should have all seen that one. So today's lessons are all moved, which looks good. All right. Meanwhile, F4
Arsenal
was
fan
played.
Richie.
Any move
Still,
other
though,
than that
the
one
very
is better.
fact that S the only move not to be 2 is kind of wild.
Yeah, I know. To not be -2. Greater than -2 anyway. We're in the same position before. The move it wanted me to find was Queen E1, which is very strange. I don't know that I could ever play Queen E1. Queen E1 because after Bishop F5, I'm still going to trade? My queen is on this awkward square. What a queen. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. My move is
I
better.
thought about re-1 planning e4.
Yeah, that was going to be my next guess if Queen E2 didn't work. But I think it wanted me to bring the rook on the A file in. So I thought I generated a lot of play here, by the way, by taking on G6. I really did, because after Bishop G4, I should throw in the move. I should throw in the move pawn takes pawn check first, perhaps, because it reaches the same type of position. And maybe King H3 is not the best. Anyway, resume learning. So instead of this, Queen F3 seems perfect. Oh, no, I can't give away that knight. I can't give away that bishop. Just don't give away the bishop, John. And this was rather silly. H5 straight away. I put my rook into a corner. Even though it all worked out, the funny part was that this all worked out. King up does not work. Because you forked me with King F6. You attacked my rook and you threatened mate at the same time. So this was a very silly move on my part. I do need to draw you away from all of these pawns. Try to generate some counterplay on the rook and pawn in there. Alright, next. We've looked at all of them, that's great. Alright. And then hopefully we will join one of my favorite streamers, Rogan's favorite in fact. Not. But since we have enough. Good friend of mine, I would like to say good acquaintance of mine. Cannot do it. But
Arsenal fan Richie.
let's
Have a
do the
nice
one that I
day
know.
and good to see some other chatters.
Someone I've met in person. If I can't raid the first one.
Minus the pushy art guide WTF.
In any event, thanks everyone. Cheers and ciao. Let's roll our ending credits. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Arsenal fan, for the match. Yeah, it should be best of 6. It should be for 1K. It should be best of 6. It should only be 3 or 4 games. And the other one, the OG candidates match challenge should actually be shorter. It should be less 2 for subs versus followers. Thank you, Osmoda, for the raid. She is absolutely a sweetheart. I can actually tell that she has such passion for the game. Alex, Romanian, Portuguese. Very good. Alright, everyone. Thank you for being here. Cheers and ciao. Hope to see you again tomorrow morning. Roll the dojo credits.
CYA.
See you, Richie. Thank you, man. Bye.